Connie Ball. Vice Mayor Bill Costner. Here. Alderman John Buggs. Here. Alderman Freddie Gregg. Here. Alderwoman Kathy Hope.
Here.
Alderman Kenny Morgan. Here. City Attorney Terry Hurst. Here. And City Administrator Scott Collins.
Number 3 on the list, approval of the minutes of the previous meeting. I have a motion.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? That's good. Number 4, the proclamation of recognition of citizens by the mayor. I'll turn that over to Scott.
Mr. Vice Mayor and Board of Aldermen, it's my honor this time to be able to present the Employee of the Month. This lady came over to us and has just been phenomenal in not only her work ethic, but working through some difficult issues, and she's been a wonderful team player. So I'm very proud to announce that Julia Carroll is the Employee of the Month. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Vice Mayor.
Scott, I'll let you take over number 5, communication from the city administrator.
I'll try to make this brief, but we have had a lot of good, positive things going on since our last meeting. One issue to bring the board and the community up to date on is Orion Environmental Solutions has been awarded the contract for the building environmental hazards assessment at the Tanner Cultural Center. They came in at $3,750 under the $5,000 limit set. So we signed the contract and they are starting work ASAP. A couple of other issues. Street Department has been doing some exceptional work in 2 areas of focus. Number 1, they've been taking care of some sidewalks that have been damaged around the community. They have completed the sidewalk in front of the library, and plans are to start doing some work up Lincoln Avenue. Also, some drainage issues. They've addressed the one at Manus Funeral Home in that church. It is almost finished. They just need to wait till they can get the proper mix to put it back. They repaired a drain that needed some concrete work at the United Methodist Church. Did an excellent job on bank stabilization in Indian Hills. Several homeowners have already called giving compliments on that. And Martini Street will be started hopefully next week. We're trying to work that into the schedule quickly as possible. And another thing, they've been working very closely with codes enforcement. We're doing a concerted team effort now in codes enforcement. We're tired of you all getting complaints and calls, so we're trying our best to be proactive. We've cleaned up a lot of properties already that the Street Department and Codes Enforcement has worked well together on. We removed and tore down a condemned home today, and we have more targeted. We're trying our best to work with the property owners, and when they work with us, it's really good, but then if they refuse to meet the code, we're moving forward. The City Park pool is being cleaned up and should be ready to open. It's scheduled for May 26th right now. A lot of good work going on over there, and then there's been a lot of landscaping work done by Parks and Rec. We're also working with TDOT and other officials trying to get a master engineering plan for stormwater control. And we're trying to get it to start at Lowe's and come all the way down to Lower Quarry and get us a detailed plan to go through, which will enable us to more aggressively pursue grants. Another issue is Regina has helped coordinate a wonderful series of training. This is the first series. It's included finance and the purchasing policy, alcohol and drug abuse and the policy procedures, sexual harassment, and also the personnel handbook. So all of our employees are receiving this training, and this is the first series. We're getting ready to start the second series. And lastly, Showcase on the River is really picking up momentum. We have signed our two headliners, both of them making return performances, and both of them will be performing back-to-back. It will be James Rogers from Dollywood, and then also Jimbo Whaley and Greenbrier will be returning. And we're getting ready we hope to set up an information tent at the Moon Pie in the Smokies event on May 26th at the Cott County Fairgrounds. We've got our information ready to go on the Pirates of the Pigeon cardboard boat race, the cornhole toss tournament, and a lot of other activities, and some improved and new activities. Mr. Vice Mayor, that's all I have at this time.
Okay. Number 6, appointments of boards, we don't have nothing. Number 7, reports from committees, there's nothing there. And number 8, old business, nothing there. Number 9, new business. We all have a motion for the second reading of ordinance 2012-03, the city of Newport budget amendment. I have make a motion. I have a second. All in favor, say aye.
Before we vote on that, Vice
You'll read it.
let me read that ordinance into the record so that we have a record of that. It's ordinance number 2012-03, an ordinance to amend the city of Newport's budget for the fiscal year beginning July 1, 2011 and ending June 30th, 2012. And a motion would be to approve that budget.
Okay. We need a roll call on this.
No.
Okay. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Number 2, the first reading ordinance number 2012-04. It's amending zoning regulation for digital reader boards, banners, and freestanding signs.
And to read that, the caption into the record, it would be ordinance 2012-04, an ordinance to amend the zoning regulations of the city of Newport to include new guidelines for digital reader boards, banners, and freestanding signs.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Have a second.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. So the first reading ordinance number 2012-05, the hotel motel fee.
And Vice Mayor, that is the ordinance that the House and the Senate has passed and the governor has approved, allowing us to levy a privilege tax. And it's titled ordinance number 2012-05, an ordinance levying a privilege tax upon the occupancy in any hotel or motel or any place in which rooms, lodgings, or accommodations are furnished to transients for a consideration.
I'll make the motion.
I'll second.
All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Thank you. Okay, read the consent agenda. That's a roadblocks for Edgemont Middle School football, 8/4/2012, and roadblocks for Newport Firefighter Association, 10/6/2012. Have a motion.
Let me ask a question. Did we make a motion or something about as they could only have 1 year or something? Once upon a time?
I think we passed that resolution. My recollection is.
Which ones have more?
Which one's have a
Edgemont Middle School's already been here before us this year.
Was that a baseball team?
I can't recall off the top of my head.
Can we approve it tentatively?
Yeah, I'll make a motion to approve. Under,
Go ahead, I'm sorry, Brent.
if they've not already had one.
Okay.
Which group? Edgemont Middle.
He says Edgemont Middle School.
I'll second.
Okay. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed, ayes have it. Number 10, bids, purchase, and suspension. Number 8, consideration of bids for chain link fencing for parks and recreation. Have you got bids?
Mr. Vice Mayor, I'll defer to Parks and Rec Director Tim Dockery.
In each one of you have the bids in there. That is for our LWCF FBRF grant to redo the tennis court and swimming pool. And I recommend the lowest bid on that because that is a 9-gauge wire and poles for support, ties, and tension wires. And I would recommend the lowest bidder.
Is all the bids the same materials and everything the same?
Same materials, yes.
Is this Ace Fencing?
That would be Ace Fencing. That's where we purchased the materials for the skate park and for the grammar school ball fields.
Is that a local company?
No, that's out of Smithville, which is down next to McMinnville. We did get prices from the local bidders that were somewhere around $3,000 more.
More questions?
We would rather spend a little more money and trade local.
Especially on the next issue, but on this one, with it being the LWCF grant with the 50%, this is a part of our monies that have to go into it as far as the fencing of the tennis courts and swimming pools, and I feel like I need to go with the best price here.
I have a motion, accept the lowest bid.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second. All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Just a minute. Okay. Item B is consideration of bids for 2 Husqvarna zero-turn mowers for parks and recreation and street department.
This is one of those issues where we do want to try to buy local and purchase local. We got some bids, in that bid packet, we put equivalent to, so people could bid the same mower, but with a larger engine or more horsepower engine or more PTOs. And right now, I think there's 2 bids that are close together, very close together, and we're at your discretion if you want to go with that one. Both of them are local bidders too.
I'll make a motion, we go with Smoky Mountain mowers. The reason being is that they're local and they do the local warranty here. We don't have to take them anywhere, or we can do our local warranty here.
I second.
All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Okay.
Thank you, Council.
Thank you. Number 11, any comments from citizens who'd like to speak? Mr. Moody?
Mr. Vice Mayor, I'm Tom Moody, a member of the East Tennessee Baptist Association, and also I represent Baptist Press for such things as we had last Sunday. I'm here to express the appreciation from Drs. Horace Brown and Chris Jones, who have asked me if I would be here. They figured I'd be here about something, and so here I am to tell you how much I appreciate your responsibility and your help, cooperation from the city for the march, the law enforcement from the city, the county, from the state, to clear the intersections and to make sure everything was done decently in order. I appreciate that, and they appreciate it. They want me to express to you how wonderfully you all cooperated with it. It was a tremendous turnout, as you've already seen in the press and heard on the radio. Newport Rescue Squad, everyone was right there. The words were that the city acquitted itself wonderfully, and they wanted me to express their appreciation for this and other rallies which will be forthcoming in the future. But thank you for your work and thank you for your cooperation.
Thank you, Mr. Moody. Anybody else like to make comments?
Tommy, you tell them people we're behind them 1,000%.
Anybody else like to comment? I hear a motion adjourned.
I'd like to make one comment. I'd like to congratulate, are we still doing, I'd like to congratulate Terry Lawson on becoming the captain for the Newport City Police Department, and James Holton being a detective now.
We should have him.
We're going to have a small swearing-in ceremony for Captain Lawson to be tomorrow about 2 o'clock, so his parents and family can be with him. But the paperwork will be official in the morning, and he will be promoted to captain, and Captain James has been assigned to the investigators, criminal investigation division.
I think Mr. Lawson has been through a lot in the past couple of years he's had, and he stuck with us 100% and done his job, so I think it's well deserved.
Thank you. Any other comments?
Hurry, I won't stop you from writing tickets with it.
I have motion, Jerry. Motion. Second. All in favor?